If life really is a mystery, then why does it sometimes feel so ordinary? And what if, hidden beneath the dust of daily struggles, your miracle is already unfolding? You're listening to Exceptionally Curious, a space where life's quiet questions meet reflective conversations. Today, we're exploring the dust, the design, and the miracle that's still unfolding in your story. Buckle up. Let's dive into perspective when you truly look at life. What's the first thought that crosses your mind? It feels like an insignificant question to ask, yet it's profoundly important. Why? Because that first thought sets the tone for everything that follows. Life isn't monochrome, it's layered in countless shades, each leaving a trace on everything it touches. Think about dust, soft, pervasive, settling visibly on all it encounters. Wipe it away? Seconds later, it subtly returns. It's persistent, resilient, almost like faith. That faith, the hope for a new beginning, born from everything you've experienced, is like dust. As long as you nurture it in the unique landscape of your imagination, as long as you craft it moment by moment, you're creating change, small shifts, progress where things settle into a clearer focus. But it takes trust. Trust in the God who gave you that spark of faith and sustains you through the process until what you hope for becomes reality. Because life, my curious friends, is an unfolding miracle. And for that miracle to take shape, for reality to align with that quiet hope, God must be at the center. Life demands bravery, the courage to never give up on what God has spoken, to persist with everything you have until it becomes your honest reality. Now, a curious question: if you were genuinely offered a chance to change one thing in your life, what would it be? Be honest. It's a grounding question, one that keeps us from stepping out of character and becoming mere shadows. But here's the curious truth: do you really need to change anything? Because God crafted you with a unique blueprint, entirely yours. The key lies in your personal definition of success. It's not like anyone else's. Success, for each of us, is built piece by piece. Even the painful moments, even the parts that felt wasted, all of them stacked deliberately from start to finish, forming a structure that only you could build, bearing features shaped by every struggle it took to stand. And what if sharing your unfinished story, the fragmented pieces that brought you here, became the key difference between your past and your present? What if it announced you to an unfamiliar reality, the very reality where your next success waits? It's a daring question. And the answers rarely arrive suddenly. Everything has its origin. Everything has its destination on life's intricate schedule. Success, it's like twilight and sunlight, colors only visible from where you stand. No one else occupies your position. Success is being uncovered piece by piece, revealing undertones designed specifically for you. Have you ever witnessed someone react completely out of character because of something you said? Or didn't say? It throws you off, it stirs currents beneath the surface. Why? Because perspectives are wildly divergent. So, what's your first move at life's crossroads? For me, it's anchoring myself in God, because in the moment of uncertainty, He knows best. Anything else risks spiraling into panic, wasting attention on the clueless noise around you. Life flourishes when it builds something durable, something that can sustain the journey ahead. That's the quiet insight behind reflection. A productive life comes at a cost, but not one that cash can cover. Life is like the first draft of a viral vision, running on a format that unfolds as you go. It reminds me that life is a landmark view, unique from every single observer's angle. Your perspective matters. Never sell yourself cheap. God gave you something irreplaceable, your signature of significance, and no moment, no conversation ever plays out the exact same way twice. Let's bring this closer to home with two stories. First, Jard. Jard grew up believing the world revolved around him, his every whim met without question. But quietly, his parents carried unresolved tensions. To protect him from what was brewing, they made a quiet decision: a long break, leaving Jard with trusted friends. Jard's shock was palpable. Sharing space? Unthinkable, but he soon discovered his placement wasn't accidental. He was integrated into their household like a pre-written chapter. What started as awkwardness turned into belonging. Jard found contentment, learning that life isn't a competition with others, but a journey to becoming the best version of yourself. He realized, coveting someone else's life ignores the price they paid for it. Then there's Elora's story, a common phrase you hear: there is no God. But in crisis, that certainty dissolves, and the heart desperately searches for the divine. Why can't we, by sheer will, instantly shape our lives into luxury? The very claim, no God, hints at something deeper, an unspoken longing for Him. Elora's life illustrates this. Before she was born, a family argument turned tragic. Her mother, pregnant at the time, was struck during a fight. Elora was born prematurely, and every doctor's report carried limitations. But God wrote a different story. Her life became a living testimony. Where medical science saw limits, grace made room for possibility. And today, when people claim there's no God, Elora's life quietly whispers otherwise. Look at your own life. Notice the moments where God stepped in uniquely, where grace appeared inexplicably. Those are your hidden clues. Life isn't a pre-written movie script. It's authored daily by the weight and intention behind your words. It's not about fleeting moods or waiting for the perfect day. It's about the value you place on your words, refusing to stand still, and choosing to shape your irreplaceable story one day at a time, as God's grace quietly unfolds. So, curious minds, what resonates with you? Have you seen the dust of faith in your persistence? Recognized your unique blueprint, spotted God's hand in your own Elora or jarred moments? Share your reflections. They help us all see the bigger picture a little more clearly. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Someone out there is waiting to uncover their miracle through your story. And if life has taught us anything, it's this: the questions may never stop, but neither will the discovery. If this sparked a new question in your heart, don't leave it unanswered. Subscribe and stay on this journey where curiosity leads to clarity. And share your reflections below. Your story might unlock someone else's breakthrough. As always, stay curious, stay seeking, stay exceptionally curious.